you can probably change her quicker than a year. That's probably like, let's say 25.
You're so right. I probably could change her within a year, but at the same time, you taking experience versus inexperience. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So you taking that gamble. You know what I mean? For me, I'd rather go for the experience than the inexperience because in the end, I'm still going to have an issue with this woman because she ain't had the experience to teach her nothing.
Wait. I'm trying to understand this. So you saying that what type of experience when you say experience?
I mean, just life experiences. If she young, if she hasn't, you know what I'm saying, experienced certain type of things where she know how to handle her emotions being triggered in certain type of ways. If, you know, she's still stuck in the realm of not even understanding going through therapy or nothing like that. You know what I mean? I'm always have an issue with this woman because she's young. She feel like she know everything. You know what I mean? So she's still gonna kind of have that little blowback. She's still gonna have that little blowback when it comes to certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's older women. Like the older women.
I don't deal with that with older women. I don't have an issue with older women.
I think some younger women are, you know, hard-headed, you know, like stubborn, you know, like you can't tell me what to do. I know what to do.
Honestly, the older women, the more baggage they have. The more relationships they've been in, the more fucked up niggas they dealt with. So, like, the more shit that they got going on.
That she had an experience where she gets it. She understands. She burnt out on that.
Wait. So you saying you rather deal with a chick that is tired of playing games?
I'm not like y'all. I don't deal with chicks that. I don't do with the whole, I need a virgin and pure and all that.
Who is y'all?
I don't need that.
That's Anton.
Most men to get on here to talk about, I just want a pure woman, a virgin that only had one person or nobody at all.
She need to be able to throw it back. You know
wait. I want to understand what he's saying. So you saying that you want a woman that's been out here
in the street?
And why is that again?
Because that's what I like. That's my preference.
So it's just because that's what you like.
A woman with inexperience, she can't really. She don't do it for me. She ain't got no experience. I don't want to teach her in that manner. Come equipped.
So you want a chick that another nigga done taught her.
Well, some men don't want to be teachers.
Hold on, I just want to be clear. So you want a chick that another dude done taught her, right?
Yeah, I can teach you some stuff too.
Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Karkadash, double honors to the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Unto the Israelite foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. In the scriptures, saw this last night. I believe this guy is named Anton Daniels, and I crossed upon this, well, not the whole live, but it was like a 3 hour, but it was just on the title, and the title, I think it was said, well, it was talking about how should the black woman become more desirable, but it was basically, it was on another video of a ex-basketball player, I believe his name is Jason Smith or something like that, and his woman having an OnlyFans. That's why he had put in the thumbnail. So I was like, let me watch this. What this is people talking about. I didn't know it was like 3 hours and 45 minutes. But so I caught this part, and the guy. All right, so you have the main guy was Anton. He's just letting people speak, and the subject matter, which low one I put in the beginning of the video, and what keen to me was this guy Pharaoh over here, and his preference. All right, and some odd reason it was about women. Do you prefer a woman that's old or prefer a woman that's young? And he said he'd rather a woman that's been around. And he said he's still a teacher, you know, and that's the mindset of of the world. But that's the mindset of a majority of men. And the reason why things are the way it is, so terrible, I'm not talking about I hate to use that terminology, the dating scene and whatever, because men like this, who has no sort of standard would accept everything. All right. And that's pretty much what this other guy was basically trying to say when you listen to it further. All right. And, that's his like or whatever, but all men should have a standard. All men should say, you know what? Because guess what? Back in the days, all men had a certain type of standard. Now, growing up in the 80s and, the 90s really, you prefer a woman that had this and that, when she was dressed. It was all fabricated. It was fake. And women that were loyal and so forth, and niggas didn't want that. All right. I remember the song by Apache. I need a gangster bitch. Right. Okay. The hook was okay, but that was a vibration that was being pushed because most girls they wasn't the greatest, but they were more in tune with being silent and so forth and not really put themselves out there. So I'm saying that to say this: once a man put a certain type of standard and women knows you like that, guess what? That's what they're gonna be attracted to. So if you put a certain type of standard to women, like, look, you have to be right, you have to be loyal and all this other shit. And the majority of men says the same thing, even the men that they like, guess what? They hold demeanor changes. But if you tell them like, nah, I don't give a fuck if you got bodies, like how much men you slept with, this, that, and third, guess what? You just continue the cycle, this evil cycle that was going on for a long period of time. A lot of things were, a lot of people was encouraged to do wickedness, all right? Because our people are easy to be influenced. So a man that sit there and say, he want a woman that has been ran through, and like that basketball player, she said to him, like, you knew who I was when you met me. That means that man didn't have no standard. All right? That man himself didn't have no standard. And because he got the riches and so forth, she took it upon herself, even with all the riches and all the safety that she may have felt, because she did not feel wanted, she put him to open shame. That's how wicked the society is. And when men do that, they have no understanding. That's what the scripture says. In fact, let me get the scripts. Well, yeah, actually, yeah, let me start with that. Isaiah 1 and 5. Why should you be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick. So from the tribe of Judah, all right, which is the head tribe, you're sick. All right, your standard, you have no standards. That's why you have a lot of fat women. All right, because any old guy, because he wants some box, he don't give a damn if she's fat or skinny. So that encourages the women to stay fat because they know men are thirsty. All right, the whole head is sick. You have nothing going on. It says in the whole heart faint, which heart is mind. Your mind is weak. All right. For the sole of thy foot, even unto the head, there's no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores that have not been closed, neither bombed up, neither mortified with ointment. So the certain standard that our people have is they're sick. All right. They have no standard. They just take whatever. So that just lead the rest of the people. They don't believe in themselves. They don't believe that they need better quality. That's why this whole notion of a high value man, which is used loosely, all right, because the men themselves, they're not right in the head. They're not right. Okay, they don't even know what a man is. What's a man supposed to do? A man supposed to have standards. All right, the Lord commanded us to have standards. the Lord commanded us to not to have certain things and what to expect. All right. You born as a leader. You're supposed to be a leader. You're supposed to lead by correction. If you lead your household in a destructive manner, guess what? You're gonna be destroyed. Matter of fact, Proverbs. I always bring this out because it's my favorite. I ain't gonna lie. Proverbs 8:34. It says, "Blessed is the man that heareth me, watcheth daily at my gate," meaning the prophecies. Matter of fact, I should 33. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'll get that. Because what makes a man in reality? Is it because his balls hang? Or because of his rod size? No, none of that. That doesn't mean nothing. A man's supposed to be disciplined. He's supposed to have standards. He's supposed to live up to a certain thing. By his words, he's supposed to live up to. But mainly the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So it says, Proverbs 8:20 and 32. Now therefore hearken unto me, O ye children, for blessed are they that keep my ways. And part of being a man is keeping the ways of the Lord. All right? That's what makes a man a man. Damn, I should go up more. All right. It says, I start at 30. Proverbs 8:30. Then I was by him as one brought up with him. I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him. Talking about a man of the Lord. Rejoicing in the inhabited part of his earth. And my delights were with the sons of men. Also, what? Wisdom. Now, therefore, hearken unto me, O you children, for blessed are they that keep my ways. So keeping the ways of the Lord is a blessing. Hear instructions and be wise, and refuse it not. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors. For whoso findeth me findeth life. So the sickness that was spoken of Isaiah, the first chapter, the man of the Lord is no longer sick as that. All right? Because we're blessed and shall obtain favor of the Lord. But he that sinneth against me wrongfully, wrong his own soul, He that sinneth against me, wrong of his own soul. And all they that hate me love death. So people, the quote unquote black culture is a culture of death. All right. Black culture is a culture of death. And that's why people make statements and do things, because that's all they know. All they know is what's that word I'm looking for? A dysfunctional relationship. Okay. It says Sirach 26. I'm gonna go to the point. Is it 20? Yeah, it's supposed to be 26. Sirach 26 and 6. Right. But grief of the heart, sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman, and scourge of a tongue which communication with all. An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that have hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. So if these women don't come with certain standards, if you can't build with that, because you can't build with something that really is unbuildable, you have to have a certain standard. Guess what? It's like you holding on to a scorpion, because one way or another, she shall bite you. She would destroy you. All right? A drunken woman in a gatter abroad causes great anger, and she would not cover her own shame. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her straitly, lest she shall abuse herself through overmuch liberty. And that's what we're seeing. All right? We're seeing too much liberty. And this is the results of it, because the women are not getting the proper instruction. All right? And the true proper instruction is what? They gotta be instructed from the youth. So if you take one that's old and she has bodies, guess what? You just did. You dealing with a woman that has many spirits on her. Because every man that's been dealing, she been dealing with, that spirit of that all those men is in her. All right? But for a man to not understand that, it shows you that they ain't worth it. We jump down. There was another verse 15. A shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her continent mind cannot be valued. That's a great thing. Well, actually, did I skip something? Actually, I did. Oh, there it is, 23. It says a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. So that's why a lot of these guys like leftovers, because they don't see themselves beyond that. So they wicked, so they want something wicked as them. All right, that's the truth. That's the God honest truth. A lot of people get caught up with the wrong type of woman because you deserve it. The scripture says, matter of fact, it's Ecclesiastes. I can't quite remember. It's 7, the last verse, I believe. Yes. It says Ecclesiastes 7. No, I'm sorry. After the survey that this is one of them, but 27. Behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account, which yet my soul seeketh, but I found not. One among 1,000 have I found. So one of 1,000 men that the Lord found is what? Righteous. But a woman among all those I found not, because the women, they're not righteous. All right, they're deprived of wisdom. What wisdom? What I'm looking for? Women are deprived of wisdom, and they need a man, a leader, to lead them. No. Same thing. Wicked women. Actually, a wicked man. I know there's a long shot. No, that's not really a long shot. Ecclesiastes. Not. Okay, let's try wicked women. Wow. Oh, I'm sorry. Snares and traps. That's what it is. Or snares and bonds. I think it should be Ecclesiastes 7. Bands. Yep, What? I was right there. I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, which are traps, and our hands as bands, because women are emotional creatures, and they find a way to trap a man to use their feminine wits, right? Whoso pleaseth the Most High shall escape from her. So those type of women, the Lord will protect his men from that. But the sinner shall be taken by her. By what? Of all her tricks, her traps. Okay? All her traps. Once again, the Lord deprived women of wisdom, but a lot of women set up snares and traps. A lot of men will fall for the beauty of a woman. All right? damn near all of us, because we was programmed that way. Was programmed that way to look at the beauty of a woman, but not understanding who she really is. And but the Lord is showing us to this day. Why not? Why to stay the hell away from them? All right. So you must have a standard. At the end of the day, a couple of more scriptures. This is going to happen. Isaiah 4:1. It says, "In that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread, wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach." And that's going to happen on this side. All right. On this side of, before hell breaks loose, this is going to happen. And these are the true high value men. Okay. Men that's going to be desperately seeked for. And we're not going to, our standard is going to be so high that many of them not going to meet that requirement. All right. Because a lot of these women are polluted. So scripture says that when some turn aside the scene, she that liveth in pleasure is dead already. All right. And it's with your priests, there's a certain standard you must have. So when that time comes, we're going to filter out all the BS. We're not accepting certain qualities. They got to meet, qualities got to be met. We're not just going to take any old thing. And that's how a king thinks. All right. That's how a true ruler thinks. Rulers don't look for whores. All right. Rulers look for something that he can start his lineage with. Because Jake don't have that royal, they don't have a royal mindset. They will act like they are, but they don't have that royal mindset. All right. So, which goes into this. I'm going to end it off on this. Isaiah 46:8. It says, "Remember this and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, all you transgressors." So we got to remember that. We're not just any old men. We're men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We have to have a standard. I'm just preaching to the choir. This is something I saw through the Spirit. Hopefully I hit some points. That being said, shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Get out that peasant mindset. And don't think too highly. You got to be humble. The more greater thou art, the more humble that shall be. All right? We always got to remember all of that. Keep in mind. So, shalom.